All right, boys, let's get into some of the tools I found today on Amazon. The big spring sale is still going pretty hard, and I'm going pretty hard also. If you find any value in this, I have affiliate links in the description. So if you want to help out the channel, go down there, click on there, if you make a purchase. It does give me a little kickback, but I do appreciate every little thing. All right, first off, we got the Duratec 56-piece quarter-inch mini ratchet set and screwdriver bit set. This is pretty cool. It's 2 boxes. It's got a little mini ratchet and a little screwdriver. It's got some SAE bits. Got some SAE sockets, an assortment of bits in there. It's 14% off, $23. It's a nice little set. All right, next we got this Duratec 12-in-1 flex head ratchet wrench set. It's got a bunch of metric sockets and a whole assortment of bits. It comes in a little case. It's pretty nice. I think this is actually pretty cool. And Duratec's pretty well known as a DIY brand, but for the value, it's there. 11% off, $30. All right, next we got the big boy, the Gear Wrench 41-piece half-inch drive micro driver set. I like this one. It's got that little pass-through bar. It's got some sockets. It's got some sockets and some bits, and those look like SAE sockets. It's got some SAE and metric sockets in there. It's got a little extender, clear, nice little case. This one's 16% off, $41. All right, next from Gear Wrench, we got this 25-piece 3/8 pass-through. I really like the pass-throughs. It eliminates having to have deep well sockets. In some bolts that you're working on, you might need like a super deep well, but with the pass-through, it just goes right through. So this is a nice little 3/8 pass-through ratchet socket set. 32% off, $34. All right, next we got this Gear Wrench 11-piece pass-through sockets. It looks like SAE sockets on there, but it's got that little wrench with the ratchet wrench on the other side. So this is pretty cool. 25% off, $33. All right, next we got this little handy tornado car cleaning gun. This thing's pretty awesome. It's got that little rubber hose in there. Kind of whips the air around all different directions. It's good for cleaning carpets, cleaning seats, just blowing off dashes, or if you got a shop, just cleaning off the workbench. But it's 20% off, $21. This is pretty handy. And I'm looking at picking one up pretty soon, especially when I got a new truck doing a little detail work. All right, next we got this Work Pro 3-piece 11-inch hose grip pliers. Now, hose grip pliers, if you don't have any, if you're working on any kind of vehicle, you got the little hoses. I even use these for some connectors. I end up using these for a lot of different things, not just hoses and not just working on vehicles. They're super handy. Instead of like a needle nose, they kind of curve around to a point, so you can put a lot of pressure on one little point. And WorkPro's a pretty well-known brand. It's got a nice little roll-up case. Keep your tools nice and organized. But this one's 15% off, $24. All right, next we got this Wheeler Master Roll punch set. I like this because it's got a whole assortment of different types of punches, different sizes, and it's got a little hammer with a brass or nylon tip on there. I use this a lot for working on door hinges. Get that punch, knock that little hinge out, especially if your door's squeaking or something like that, or you got to adjust the hinges. You just punch that pin out, glue it up, and then knock it back in, and it's no more squeaking. So I end up using these a lot, and I love them. So 49% off, $25. You got the whole set in a nice little case. All right, next we got this universal handle. So if you got a weed eater or you got any shovels or anything like that, and you're going to be doing a lot of work, you don't want to be bending over all the time. This thing is ergonomic. It keeps you upright. It keeps you straight. So if you got some back problems, this is something nice to pick up. These do get pretty expensive, but this is made in USA, so it's pretty good quality right there. 15% off, $51. All right, next we got this little Fantech cordless leaf blower. This thing has 330 CFM. It's pretty comparable to some of those 20-volt leaf blowers that you have, but I like this for the form factor. It kind of feels like a little flashlight. Keep this in your truck. Keep this in your workbench. You don't have to pull out the big leaf blower anytime. You can just kind of blow something off real quick, blow some leaves off the car, blow off some tools, blow off some equipment. It's got a good bit of CFM behind it, so it's kind of powerful, but like I said, I like the form factor. And it's 36% off, $89. Fantech's pretty well known, pretty good brand. Everything I see about Fantech, everyone's raving about it. All right, next I got this Bosch oscillating tool kit. And this comes with the battery, comes with some blades, comes with a nice little bag, $215. But if you have Rakuten, it's $189, $86. So this is a pretty good deal. The only downside is the Starlock Plus. The blades are a little expensive, but Bosch is known for having some really good blades. So if you get into this, these things are going to last for a while. It's not going to be like the little cheap high-speed steel that dulls out relatively quick. So it's a good price on it, especially if you have Rakuten. All right, next we got the Max XT 6-inch random orbital sander. This is corded, but I love this thing. I bought this a few years ago. I've been using it on my cabinets, and vibration is very minimal, and it's got the little paddle switch. It's nice and comfortable. It's got very good dust collection. I love this thing. It's 8% off, $120. So if you got a lot of sanding projects coming up and you want to do it relatively comfortable, this is a good little sander to pick up compared to the other higher end, higher brand name options. All right, next we got this Bebor E-Track tie down kit. This is pretty cool if you have a trailer or if you have a small wall in your shop that you want to get some accessories for. This thing's only $50 right now. It's got 2 hooks, 2 racks, 2 shelf brackets, spare tire holder, cable holder, and some little end caps. And it's a nice little starter set. For my enclosed trailer, I like to have a spare tire on me. So I'm probably going to pick this up and be able to mount my spare tire out and on the way. Right now it's just bouncing around in there. But 27% off, $50 right now. It's a pretty good deal. All right, next we got this little Gerber utility knife kit. This thing's pretty cool. It's like a little keychain knife. So if you always want to have a blade on you, keep it on your keys, opening a lot of packages, opening a lot of stuff at work or something like that, 15% off, $9. All right, last we got this PowerTech 6-inch caster, heavy duty caster. These are like little run flat tires on there. But if you have a lot of service carts or if you have a lot of benches that you want to put on casters, this is a good option. If you start looking around at casters, they do get pretty expensive. So this is a 4-pack, and 2 of those are dual locking with brakes. And I just like this. I have a little service cart that I roll around when I'm working on my vehicles or something. And I upgraded some nice caster wheels on there, and it makes a world of a difference. It's a little off-road service cart, but 15% off, $76. All right, that's all I got for today. I appreciate you guys watching the videos and all the likes. Like I said, I'm just a dude out here on the internet finding some good deals and spreading the word. Thank you.